it's two guys who are like best friends in high school, and one guy's girlfriend wants him to go all the way and have sex, but he's really into abstinence meetings and stuff, and his brother, caught a weird disease from sex, so he's very afraid of sex, so he doesn't want to, but he agrees to go all the way with her on prom night at an after party. And he's nervous, so his friend gets him drunk, and then he goes to go have sex with his girlfriend, opens the wrong door, falls down a flight of stairs, and goes into a coma for 4 years. So then when he wakes up, the world has changed, and everyone has moved away from town. His dad's moved away, and his girlfriend is gone, and she's now a Playboy playmate. So he's mortified by that, and he and his best friend take a road trip across the country to reconnect with his old girlfriend. Eugene's kind of a uptight guy. He's not a nerd, but he's like, pretty reserved and careful, cautious. Tucker is, kind of, he's like kind of like a puppy on speed. He's just really about, he doesn't plan anything out, and he just kind of goes with the flow. He thinks that everything will just work its way out in the end. But he's really loyal. So I think that's why they're friends. Like, Tucker likes Eugene, and Eugene realizes, especially when he comes out of the coma, that Tucker is really the only guy that's been there for him through the whole thing. I think it's much easier to do all those things since we wrote it, because we know exactly how we wanted it to sound in our mind when we wrote it. So when we're getting there on the day to shoot, we're not really playing around with, oh, should we do it this way? We know exactly like how we want it to go. The weird thing about doing the movie is that the size of everything. Like, we've done TV show, but when we get here and we're like, oh, you just write something down. Like, we have 2 fire trucks that are going to come in and like sandwich the car, and then a fireman will jump off, and then he'll land on the roof with an axe, and then like you get there and you start working things, people start bringing axes to you, like, what about this axe, or what about this fire truck? And you're like, yeah, those are good. And then you see it on the day, and you're like, wow, they're actually doing this crazy thing that we just wrote down when we were drunk. I think Candace and Tucker. I think they have a sweet relationship. Besides the things that happen in the movie, Tucker. I think she realizes Tucker's faults. That he's a good guy, but he's you know pretty stupid. There's a lot of sexual based jokes, innuendos in this movie, but I don't think it feels dirty. And that was kind of the main thing we wanted to do, is like, have a movie that's basically about these guys. One guy's super horny, one guy's trying to go have sex with his girlfriend for the first time, and they're going to the Playboy Mansion, but have the tone of it not be this, average, like, hey, want to see boobs comedy type thing.